Hi everyone, Sabrina here with a book review. So I have picked up the first 3 volumes of Eden of Witches by Yoonji? I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that one. There you go. I came across this on Gavin Reads All, his Mid-Year Freakout one, and he'd mentioned that he'd come across this manga book series called Eden of Witches. And so I thought, do you know what? Gavin has not steered me wrong yet. I'm going to get that and give it a go. So I managed to order the 3 editions that are out. Volume 4 comes out in September. So I've ordered them in and I've read them. And gosh, this is good. This is really, really good. So we are in a world where nature has decided to leave mankind alone. It's hidden itself away because mankind cannot live in harmony with the plants and the animals. The only people who are allowed to live with nature and the animals are the witches, because they obviously respect nature. So the witches are hidden away and humankind is left in this dry, dead, granite world, barely clinging on for survival. And witches are effectively hunted and considered evil because they work alongside and live alongside nature. And we follow a young apprentice witch called Pilly as she is discovered for reasons and is forced to flee her home and search for the fabled Eden where witches live, unhunted by humans. Obviously this is a journey story, so we meet a lot of different characters along Philly's way. We also have nature in the form of Oak, who is kind of like Philly's reluctant guardian. He definitely has his own agenda going on. I really liked the darkness in this. It is a grim world. Humans will betray Philly for the barest minimum because they're starving or they are scared. And while she believes in the best of people, she has often found that that is not the truth of the situations. It reminded me very much of the Brothers Grimm, their original fairy tales. Nature is not kind, nature is suspicious, people are not nice. It's definitely got that vibe going through it, that darkness at its core, which I really, really liked. Like I say, there are 3 volumes out. So the first one is very much Philly learning about humanity, learning about the world above, and setting out for herself towards Eden, learning more about the connection that witches have with nature, and also that humans can be good and kind, and they can be scared and make poor choices. So that's effectively book 1. So book 2 has Philly discovering other witches. So she does some journeying with a solitary witch, and then she comes across another group of witches, which is pretty bonkers for her. And in the background of all that, we have a scientist who is looking for her and is constantly on the lookout for any signs of witches for his scientific experiments, so he can grow plants and feed the empire. Well, obviously only the guys at the top, because you don't give a damn about the poor people at the bottom. And then book 3, which has the most enormous bosoms on the front cover. This is very much Philly learning about other witches, because obviously she has only encountered nice ones before, and this one, but it is very fascinating to see how different witches have learned to survive in this new world and what they will give up in order to survive and what they have lost as well. So that's the 3 editions that I have at the moment. I am hugely looking forward to the next volume. And certainly if you are wanting a more darker vibe, darker tone witch manga, because I know there's a lot of witch manga out there at the moment. You know, the popular ones are Little Witch Academia, Witch How to Tell but there are quite a few others out there. And Eden of Witches, I think, is very different to stand on its own amongst all these other witch books. So I would highly recommend it. Like I say, there's only 3 volumes out at the moment, and volume 4 on its way. So you need to be patient with this one, I'm afraid. So there we go. Eden of Witches. Have any of you read it yet? What did you think? Leave a thought down below. As always, try and keep it spoiler free. As always, Thank you very much for watching and happy reading. Bye.